Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi everyone. Today we will continue our chapter 3 algebraic formula. So today we will continue for 3.1.2 and 3.1.3. Okay, for the learning outcomes, at the end of this lesson, students will be able to changing the subject of formula accurately, determine the value of variable well, and solve activity questions correctly. Now let's move to subtopic 3.1.2, changing the subject of formula. One of the tips for this subtopic is coefficient for the subject of formula must be 1. Now let's try to solve this problem. Express the variable in the brackets as the subject of the formula. Okay, for this question, the subject is P. Okay, so for the first step, we must move the subject to the left hand side. So we move 8P plus 7 equals to H. Okay, now we must dismiss the 7 at the left hand side. So we do like this: 8P plus 7 minus 7 equals to H minus 7. Okay, we must perform the equality concept for the both sides. Okay, so now we get 8P 7 minus 7, we will get 0 equals to H minus 7. Okay, now we have 8P. We want to dismiss 8. So 8P we divide with 8. The same goes at the right hand side. H minus 7 divide by 8. Okay, so we get the final answer. P equals to H minus 7 over 8. Okay, so this is the final answer for this question. Now let's move on to the next question. Express the variable in the bracket as the subject of the formula. For this question, they want y to be the subject. The same step as before, we exchange the subject place from right hand side to left hand side. Z square plus 2y equals to x square. Okay, now we want to dismiss z square. So z square minus z square plus 2y equals to x square minus with z square. We perform the equality concept. Okay, so for the both side we minus with z square. Okay, so we get the answer 2y equals to x square minus z square. Okay, now we left 2 with y. So we do 2y divide by 2 equals to x square minus z square divide by 2. Okay, the same goes as before. We perform equality concept. Okay, so we get the final answer, which is y equals to x square minus z square over 2. Okay, so this is the final answer for y. Let's move on to the third question. Express the variable in the bracket as the subject of the formula. Okay, this question look like a little bit difficult. So for this question, they want x to be the subject. So x has already be at the left hand side. So now we separate y. Okay, so x square y we times with 1 over y. Okay, equals to 36 times 1 over y, because we perform equality concept. Okay, so we get the answer where we cut off y and y. Okay, so we will get x square equals to 36 over y. Okay? Okay, now we want to dismiss the square here. Okay? So how to do that? We must put the square root at the right hand side. So we perform the equality concept. Square root of x square equals to square root of 36 over y. Okay, focus. So now we can cut off this square root with this square. Okay, so we get x equals to square root of 36 over square root of y. Okay, now square root of 36, we can simplify it. So we get x equals to 6 over square root of y. So this is the final answer for this question. We have already finished 3.1.2. Okay, let's move on to 3.1.3, which is determining the value of variable. Let's try to do this question. Given k equals to in square root y minus 3h. Find the value of k when y equals to 4 and h equals to negative 7. We already have information about y and h. So we copy back the question. K equals to square root of y minus 3h. So we substitute the value of y and h into the equation. So we get square root of y, we have 4 minus 3, h we have negative 7. 3 times negative 7, we will get negative 21. Okay, so we will get 4 minus in bracket negative 21, we will get 25. Okay, so square root of 25, we will get 5. So the value of k is 5. Okay, let's do the next question. Okay, given x equals to 3 in bracket 2 minus y square over z. Find the value of x when y equals to negative 2 and z equals to negative 8. We already have information about y and z. Okay, so we copy back the equation. X equals to 3 in bracket 2 minus y squared over z. So we substitute y and z into the equation. So 3 in bracket 2 minus in bracket negative 2 square over negative 8. Okay, so we'll get 3 in bracket negative 2 over negative 8. So we simplify negative 6 over negative 8 and the final answer is 3 over 4. So the value of x is 3 over 4. Okay, so that's all for today. I hope you can finish up your activity sheet and submit it to me before 5 p.m. by today. Thank you, class.